शुभ सुख चैन की बरखा बरसे, भारत भाग है जागा।
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा,
चंचल सागर विंध्य हिमालय नीला यमुना गंगा।
तेरे नित गुण गाए,
तुझसे जीवन पाए, हर तन पाए आशा। सूरज बनकर जग पर चमके, भारत नाम सुहाना। जय हो, जय हो, जय हो, जय 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 हो, भारत नाम सुहागा। जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे, भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल गंगा। तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तब जय गाथा। जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे, भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे, जय हे, जय हे, जय 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 हे।
Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to Bhavik Sangvi, a noted writer and a noted he has many feathers to his hat. So that would be spoken later. So thank you, Bhavik, for giving your time today and being a speaker for this evening tonight. And I'm also happy to announce the new.
I'm most honored.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to announce that we have new entrants in our Bayview family, Retired Ankita Singh, Priyanka Sinha, and Retired Adil Chitalwala. So a very warm welcome to our Bayview family. If you are here today, we are all really happy to have you in our Bayview family. Welcome
Hi,
once again.
thanks a lot. Looking
Thank
forward.
you. And now, Bayview, are we ready to meet in person? Because Team Admin is really looking forward to giving us a great brunch on the 29th of August. So can I see in the chat box the enthusiasm that yes, everybody is looking forward to this 29th of August. Can we put a date, a pin onto our 29th of August as a brunch date for just Bayview? Come on, let me see more thumbs up.
Get excited in person.
It is going to be very well taken care of. All the safety norms are taken care of. So yes, we look forward to having full enthusiasm from everyone. And we will be looking forward to a brunch, which is specially curated for our Bayview members. And Club Admin team will very shortly send out all the related, what you need to do for that particular day. So be ready and participate. I will just run you all through a quick update for the projects that we have done last week. Under a medical project, Himalini and Dr. Preetham Samant and Himalini have been conducting cataract surgeries for the needy section of the society, and they have performed 2 surgeries last week. And on 15th of August, Independence Day, we are gathering for flag hoisting at 8 a.m. at St. Joseph's School, Agripada. This will be followed by a talk on menstrual hygiene and distribution of eco-friendly sanitary pads by Mrs. Mansi Thakkar Sampad and Dwit Shah. Both are the founders of Blissful Women organization. This is followed at 12:30 with an inauguration of an Educational Center, Khel Khel Mein at Worli, Kolivada, where our district governor is going to be attending and he is the chief guest. So members, please do join in. We are spreading smiles and I need you all in full support to spread the smiles together. Bayview always shows full support for everything. This is one more reason we need to be together on the 15th of August. So you could get in touch with Samina, Vimal, or me, if you all are going to be participating and coming, we could all just go in one car and meet up over there. And Maitri Dweep has been doing fantastic. The videos have already been released, and the buzz is just super good. People have been very happy. The groups are really doing great. The bonding activities are really doing great. So I am really happy, and so are the Sahayaks and Sarthis, and I'm sure the members are equally happy about the whole thing. So yes, stay connected, stay with each other and motivated. We are meeting, that is the most important thing, and stay involved in all our club activities. We are looking at projects which will require all your support to make a difference, and please do contribute generously whenever there is an appeal that is coming. We will put up our project list very soon for you all to select where you want to contribute, but start putting it into our general fund so it is easy for us to really look out for projects and get them happen, make them happen. And now moving on, Ruchita, may I please request Rotarian Sunit Trimal to introduce speaker Bhavik Sangvi.
Hi, this is Sunit Shrimal, and I'm here to introduce a very special guest today. While William Shakespeare immortalized the phrase, "What's in a name?" Bollywood stars, socialites, and even the common man have turned their nose on the bard and are queuing up to add and subtract letters from their names, all to bring a dose of good luck into their lives. Astro-numerologist Bhavik Sangvi helps you do just that. He is unarguably India's youngest astrologer, numerologist, graphologist, that's signature expert, gemologist, enjoying celebrity status, being in the company of esteemed clients like Sushmita Sen, Hrithik Roshan, Manoj Vajpayee, Prachi Desai, so many of them. There's just to name a few. His latest play, Apna Ye Apna, starring theatre queen Padmarani, opened to tremendous audience appreciation in Ahmedabad and completed 150 shows. He's also behind the numerologically correct spelling of the film Maan Gaye Mughal-e-Azam, a light comedy entertainer. Last but not the least, soon on his agenda is opening an exotic coffee shop or a restaurant in a prime locality. So what are you waiting for? Bhavik Sangvi.
Thank you, Sunit. That was really nice. And over to you, Bhavik. The floor is all yours.
Hello. A very, very warm evening to everyone. Am I audible?
Yes,
Okay. Yeah.
so am I.
I am going to talk about astrology today. We have always noticed one thing, that whenever we certain thing, there is a large involvement of numbers in our lives, and I'm sure most of you would agree with that. Like the introduction said, adding and subtracting names. I like to begin my interview, or rather my speech, with the very fact that it's not so easy the way it's put on paper and the way it sounds. There is no substitute for hard work, and whether it's astrology, numerology, gemstones, or tarot card reading, vastu, anything what we do, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, we need to have our integrity, our honesty upright. Otherwise, these things, even they don't work, or they could even backfire at times. So basically, I'm going to discuss a few like GK for all you participants. Like, for example, if somebody is born on the dates like 1, 10, 19, or 28, maybe some of you people who are having a pen and paper next to you can also jot down these pointers. But let me tell you that these are very, very generic things and may not be applicable to all. It might help you a bit in a way. It's just like a very common thing which I'm discussing with you. But for anything which is much more personalized and much more detailed, then I'm sure Jankana is going to give my contact number and all of that, and can come down and meet me personally. Or in COVID times, we are not even doing that. It's much better if we do it online through Zoom, or maybe through WhatsApp, or like a normal conversation. So I'm going to discuss briefly about number 1 to number 9. anybody who's born on the dates like 1, 10, 19, or 28, they are considered to be ruled by number 1. Number 1 is Surya, as in sun, and that is the star of the solar system, and that's the most powerful number in the universe, we always say. Having said that, there have been also shining examples where people have not done well despite being number 1. So I'm going to break a lot of myths also. As far as number 1, the common traits what we see in these people is that they have a certain leadership quality. They are very, very temperamental people. They are very egoistic. They have a lot of attitude, if I can say that, but they're complete go-getters in life. Whenever like a number 1 or number 10, number 19 or number 28 person who's a number 1 comes to us, or rather we do a like a chart reading for them, we've always noticed that they have a certain determination to achieve in life, and they are pretty much successful at that. So that's a great quality. The common stone which we usually recommend them, recommend for them is ruby, but again, each to his own. The birth chart might completely say something else. And their lucky day will be a Sunday, and their lucky colors will be red or pink, depending again on their individual charts. Coming to number 2, I would say people who are born on dates like 2, 11, 20 or 29 are ruled by number 2. It could be any month, any year. Here I'm going to just count the date and not the month and the year. So we're talking about birth numbers. I'm not going to, tell you, for example, today is the 13th of August. So anybody who's born today primarily is a number 4 person. Sometimes in our deeper calculations, we always consider 13th August 2021, the entire total, and then we also do predictions based on that. But right now, I'm being very basic, so all of you guys can clearly understand that anybody who's born today is a number 4, and I was talking about number 2. Number 2 are ruled by moon, and moon has a direct connection with Neptune. So anybody who's born on these dates like 2, 11, 20 or 29 are also ruled by Neptune automatically. 2 and 7 have a great combination in numerology. We always see that 2 and 7 are like co-joint twins. They are like same side, they are different sides of the same coin, I would say. They mostly get along well, and Monday would be their lucky day, and pearl, as in moti, will be their lucky stone. And they should more or less wear as much as possible lighter shades like white or gray. Coming to number 3, we always consider number 3 after number 1 being the most strongest number. It's ruled by Jupiter, which is Guru. Talking about number 2, I just missed out on the common traits. We find them extremely creative, artistic people like Amitabh Bachchan and all of that. At number 1, I should have given you the example of Mukesh Ambani, who's 19th of April. And even Mr. Tata, even Dhirubhai Ambani was 28th of December. Luckily, they both were born on the same date, 28th of December. Number 2, we have Amitabh Bachchan, and we have so many number 2s who are absolutely in either working in movies, or either they are artists of a different kind. It could be painter or sculptor, or maybe they are a film director or something into the world of art. Number 2 people are again very, very moody, but at the same time, like I mentioned, artistic and very, very creative. And pearl will be their lucky stone, as I mentioned, and Monday will be their lucky day. They are not very commercial when it comes to their basic traits. They are very, very moody, and they're like, they do things from the heart. They don't even generally think much before saying a yes or a no to a proposal. So usually they are bad at finances. So again, there are many, many exceptions at that. But we do see like a typical number 2 will always behave on those lines. Number 3, like I just started off, they are ruled by number 3, which is Jupiter. One of the strongest numbers, I can say. Absolutely business type people, practical, very, very intelligent, sometimes even selfish and cunning at times. But for them, money plays a very, very important role in their lives. And generally we advise them a yellow sapphire, and their lucky day will be a Thursday. And very successful people are at number 3, whether it's a film producer and director, Aditya Chopra. I can give you so many examples who are number 3, and they are absolutely, most of them are pretty much successful. Again, but there are a few exceptions. Number 4, like anybody who's born today becomes a number 4 in numerology, who are ruled by Rahu, which is Uranus. And again, they're absolutely, I would say, a little bit off I would say in terms of decision making, they are not very focused. They are very wavering mind, I would say. Rahu does that to your mind. Rahu plays with your mind. Sometimes we use that word, Vinash Kala Viprit Buddhi. Generally, those people are ruled by number 4, or maybe they are passing through a Rahu Mahadasha or something. So that sometimes they do mess up in their lives, but eventually they achieve success. So number 4 is considered to be quite unlucky in numerology per se, but I don't consider that. Once we open the birth chart of a particular person, there are certain myths about number 4, that if you're a number 4 or a number 8 in numerology, you're considered to be very unlucky and you will always have a struggle in your life. It could be true to certain extent, but not all number 4s are that struggling. The biggest example could be Amit Shah, who's like the number 2 guy of our country, we can say, after Mr. Modi. So he's calling the shots and how. So 22nd October, that is his date of birth. So which is, I mean, he's got great leadership qualities as well. And Gomed, it's called the Hazonite in English. That could be their lucky stone. And orange and brown could be their lucky colors as well. Coming to number 5 people are absolutely a bundle of energy. Most of them are into media, communication. They're in the travel sector. They could be they could be very good lawyers to begin with. They could be in the IT sector, in the teaching profession. Like a lot of number 5s which I have noticed in my life, born on the dates like 5, 14, or 23. Their lucky day will be a Wednesday, and their lucky color would be green. And Kangana Ranaut, I mean, that she's the biggest example of number 3, born on the 23rd of March. And she's also apparently a client. And I think so some really big names were missed out during my introduction. I think I need to update my profile also. So being a number 5, they're absolutely spontaneous when it comes to, I mean, verbal confrontations, and when it comes to their confidence level, it's something else, which is a great quality. But they're also very, very restless and very impatient, very, very impulsive as people. So sometimes we always say that thoda calm down, thoda dheeraj se kam lo. Those people are mostly ruled by number 5 or 14 or 23, which is Mercury. Because Mercury being the fastest moving planet in the universe, as most of us must have studied in our school. So they are very hyper, so as to say. If they're doing their work or doing any job in a very cool, calm, and a composed way, there is nothing which can stop a number 5. So that's a great quality, which we have seen in most number 5s. Number 6, they are ruled by Shukra, yani ki Venus. Venus, as we say, is the number of glamour and fashion and fame and all that. It also invites a lot of bad publicity as well as good publicity. Now it's completely depending on that person, whether he wants to be on which side of the garden, whether he wants to be into positive limelight or the negative limelight. There are umpteen examples of number 6 and 15 or 24 who are born, who are basically number 6, but they have completely lost it financially because of their very, very big dreams, or maybe just bad decisions. They are the people who generally we see in page 3 parties. They flaunt a lot and they have certain lifestyle. Sometimes it's all, I would say, perception driven. Most of the times it's all under the loans, or maybe they're like a lot of debts they are having and a lot of creditors. So, I mean, sometimes how we see that naam bade darshan chote, that is a typical number 6 quality which we see, and we always want them to stay away from any kind of bad habits, vices, because they're very, very prone to addictions also at a very early age of their lives. And health issues like diabetes and all of that is generally seen in a number 6. Of course, again, it can depend on the health chart of a particular person. But when it comes to number 6, we tell them ki thoda sambhal ke chalo, thoda kadam phuk phuk ke chalo, because they don't think much. They just take random decisions, and most of them are very much on a big scale. It is good to be ambitious, but sometimes wo pair zameen pe nahi tikte, like how we say. So that is a negative trait of a number 6. But otherwise, very big-hearted people, very generous to as to say. They can go out of their way and help people. So that's the best quality of a number 6. They don't even think twice before helping a stranger. Forget about your near and dear ones. They can do anything for like their family and friends and the closest people. So that is the most positive quality also of number 6. But sometimes, like I said, they can go completely overboard. And zircon is a stone for them. Anybody who's born on the days like 6, 15, or 24, which is, I would say, a replacement for a diamond. If a person is not able to afford like a real diamond, then we generally advise them to go for a zircon, which is very, very astrologically proven gemstone. So there is no, there is nothing to be shy about that why sir is not advising a diamond. If you can afford it, great. If you cannot, zircon could be the best replacement for a diamond. Coming to number 7 are ruled by Ketu, which is Neptune, like I just mentioned during my description for number 2, that number 7 and number 2, they are interconnected. They are like always together. If they are brothers, or maybe a father or son, or a mother daughter, or could be any relationship, generally we see they are always bonded together. They might have their fair share of fights and all of that, but generally number 2 and number 7 is a deadly combination. Again, the only problem is that, again, very, very emotional and very sensitive human beings. Again, they don't think from the heart, and they might end up making some really stupid mistakes. And we have noticed one certain aspect of number 7, that they are always embroiled into some kind of controversies and legal matters. So 7, 16 and 25 people should just stay away from breaking the law, even if it's the smallest of law breaking, like just parking your car in a no parking zone, because they might end up getting into like a much bigger mess than they would expect. And cat's eye is the stone which we give to a number 7 people, like a number 7 person, because for the simple reason कि उनको बुरी नजर बहुत लग जाती है. Like a lot of people come to me these days, or rather when we talk on the phone, कि sir हमको लग रहा है कि, of course I don't believe or endorse these things, कि somebody must have done something on me. And sir, do you see that? Of course we do come to know from a person's chart also if some kind of malpractice has been done on him or her, and we do give personalized solutions for that. But number 7 ke saath, we have always noticed that the kind of negativity which they carry inside them, or sometimes in their surroundings, is tremendous. It's like a vicious circle, and it's very important for them to break through. Otherwise, they are not able to succeed beyond a certain point in life. So that is something which is very important, that they shouldn't be too much in public eye, because जैसे मैंने कहा कि बुरी नजर लगने से उनका प्रोग्रेस रुक सकता है. And again, Monday or Friday could be their lucky days. We always give them an option of a Monday or a Friday, and they should always rely on colors like gray and white again. As far as number 6 is concerned, I guess I forgot to mention about their lucky colors, and they will always like something which is like very shiny and very something which is not very pleasing to the eye. So like a silver or a gold, say they would always want something which is very flashy. So that is a typical number 6 quality. Coming to the number 8, the most mysterious number, it's sign of infinity also. But again, people ask me various questions about number 8 being very, very unlucky. Although our PM, Mr. Modi himself is the number 8, 17th of September. So there cannot be a bigger example than him, that what a leader and what a person, what a kind of a power he's having, he has been having since his entire tenure of being in the world of politics. Whether since while he was, a CM and right to the PM. But yes, they do not get things very easily in life. They will always have to strive much more harder than other people. That is one thing, but once they are on track, they are unstoppable. They are like, I would say, the most successful people I have seen in my life who are number 8. They generally get success post 35. That's a general observation again. But yes, once they get it, they can beat any number completely, whether like number 1, number 3, number 5, number 6. These are the 4 numbers which we consider to be like somewhat lucky. But number 8, jab apne form mein aa jata hai, nobody can touch or even come close to a number 8. And that is a great quality about them. Only thing is that they shouldn't think of putting down their weapons in life, because if they do, then of course the struggle, फिर आप कोई भी number हो आएगी. But number 8 को फिर ज़्यादा वक्त लगता है life में ऊपर आने के लिए. So we always say that number 8, number 17 or number 26, do not give up on your ambitions, your dreams. Strive and work harder towards your goals, and definitely you're going to get success. And what kind of success is something which is beyond their own imagination. And blue is a color which we generally advise for number 8s, and black. There is also a very big myth about wearing black, and most of the numerologists in town or even otherwise, they always scare you कि आपको black color नहीं पहनना चाहिए, shouldn't have black accessories or having a black car. I completely I do not believe in this concept. I feel that's the world's most favorite color, the most accepted color in certain way. I mean, women, they just don't like me when I tell them कि आपको black नहीं पहनना है. So on sometimes to be on a safer side, we have to tell them कि आपको black पहनना ही चाहिए. But on a serious note, I would say yes, black is the color for them. So if anybody of you is a number 8 and has been told by some other numerologist or an expert that आपको black नहीं पहनना चाहिए, please, I mean, put just wave off all your fears or anxieties, because you can definitely wear black. And Saturday will be the lucky day for them. If they have to do anything, Saturday is the best thing they should start up with. And coming to number 7, like I said, Monday and Friday, 8 के लिए Saturday होगा. Last but not the least, coming to number 9, they are ruled by Mars, which is Mangal, one of the most aggressive planets, the slowest moving planet. They are super energetic. Like Akshay Kumar is the biggest example of 9th of September. Again, there are so many various examples. उनके लिए lucky color red हो सकता है. Again, there are people who are completely into gymming and keeping their bodies very, very healthy. They are like into diet, they're diet freaks completely. And again, they do a lot of hard work. That is something which we have always noticed in a typical number 9. They are always into some kind of activity. उनसे खाली नहीं बैठा जाता, which is a great quality. Because I mean, whether it's the pandemic or even the times before that, we have always seen that number 9 is always busy into some kind of activity, whether घर पे हो, या maybe they are working outside, or be it in any circumstances, they always tend to keep their minds occupied, which is also great. On the negative side, the kind of energy and stamina what they have, sometimes it can also play a reverse role. They have certain suicidal thoughts, violent tendencies also. They might get into fights with people on the road and all that, because of the kind of rage what they have inside them. But again, when it comes to their principles and morals and values, nobody can even come close to a number 9. They believe in hard work, they believe in putting in their best, but sometimes they may not be that lucky when it comes to accumulating wealth at a very young age. Again, they get success at much older age, or maybe a little bit they will have to struggle like a number 8. But once they are on track, I mean, number 9 are the most powerful people. The only thing is that they will have to look into their own lives and choose whether they want to be on the aggressive side, which can just completely put them off, like the whole success radar, or maybe they want to take it in a positive way, and then they can completely get going in life, and they are just unstoppable. The only thing, again, we always tell them कि थोड़ा धीरज, थोड़ा patience से काम लो, because we have always noticed in general that they have a lot of delays in their life, and they're very, very frustrated so soon that sir मेरा काम अटक के होता है, कभी एक साथ नहीं होता. So that is something where we give them certain stones, like red coral, for example, is a stone for number 9s. So we give them a red coral, and depending on their chart, then it has very well worked for them. So basically, I would say it's a very fascinating world of numbers, where we come across various people, and they have generally core issues like business or their jobs, which has been the main point of concern, especially during this pandemic times. And health is going for a toss, unfortunately, during these times and pre-pandemic era also, because that is something which people have been ignoring. Now, luckily, people are waking up to the fact to stay healthy and stay fit and doing all those diets and all of that. But yes, I mean, that is the second most common question what we face. And then, yeah, we cannot deny the importance of relationships and our family in our lives. That is something which is, again, a very, very core question, that they are having maybe a tough times with their parents, or maybe their spouses, their children, and maybe, I mean, generally they're not very lucky with making friends and all that. The relationship also plays a very, very important question during the kind of readings what we have. So these are the top 2 areas which we are concerned, and people are also concerned, and we get these questions all the time. This is a very brief outlook what I had to tell you about the general traits. Again, like I told you, I'm just going to repeat myself again and again. Please don't follow these things blindly, because it can completely be something else in your own case. These are all very general. In fact, I have written a book also. It's called Numerology Rocks, and you will find all of this information in the book as well. But it's just like a coffee table book. You can just enjoy it over a cup of coffee, or maybe on during traveling and all that. But it's much better if you do personalized reading, so you get about your own perfect analysis done?
So you've kind of really put the numbers over here, and there are a couple of questions that are coming in over here. Would you
Yeah,
like to
sure.
address them right now, or would you also like to talk about the movie world and how exactly, because Bollywood is always a fascination.
Yeah,
Would you want
yeah,
to throw some light over there before you start taking questions? Because
yeah.
I'm sure everyone loves to know the inner life of the Bollywood world, because it is in each Indian's blood knowing more about Bollywood. So why don't you throw a
Absolutely.
little light on that?
Yeah, sure. See, I began my journey as an assistant director with Rakesh Roshan on the sets of Koi Mil Gaya. I used to write many movie scripts, and I used to pass on to him and many other directors. But he was one guy who said that, Bhavik, I mean, of course, I'm not gonna make a film with your script, because I mean, I do write my own scripts, and I have a dedicated team for that. But yeah, I mean, I just found certain honesty in your writing. So why don't you meet me? And that one phone call changed my life. I went down to his office and he offered me a job of an assistant director. I had no knowledge about it, but I mean, I was like, sir, मुझे तो writer बनना है. But उसने बोला, नहीं, that is not going to happen. And at least I'm not going to give you that break. I mean, because they always have their own team, and outsiders, so-called, they are pretty much ignored. So I took up that job, and then while during the whole the shooting was happening, I used to make some random predictions and all that. Luckily, my grandfather was a very, I wouldn't say a known astrologer, but yeah, he was very famous when it comes to our own community of Vaishnav Gujarati people, basically. So I mean, somewhere down the line, I feel that I've got the blessings of my grandfather. And whenever I used to say certain things in life in general, कि ऐसा हो जाएगा, वैसा हो जाएगा, 90% it used to come true. So even the same experience I faced during the film set, that I used to say something, and then Rakesh ji used to stop me, that Bhavik, कभी कभी तू बोल देता है, कभी कभी क्या, rather, I mean, most of the things what you say are turning out to be true. And ये तू director तो बन ले. I mean, it's up to you, because it's going to be a long struggle. And I mean, unless your father can produce your own movie or something, or rather can make a movie for you, it's going to be a long battle. I'm a big believer in astrology and numerology. If you have noticed, Rakesh Roshan's all films start with a K, and then he would release on a certain number, just like Ekta Kapoor. And that time, the whole saga of the K serials was at its peak. Kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi, Kahani Ghar Ghar Ki, and all of that. So Bhavik, I've seen certain things in you, and why don't you do certain study about astrology and numerology? And then believe me, today you are struggling that you want a job, or you will be selling the script to some director. God knows when you will become a director, or you might not even become one in this lifetime, since if you don't have great contacts as such. So I mean, if you do this, trust me, the industry will come to you, and it will be completely the other way around. You will not have to go to people. Trust me, I finished that movie, and about 2.5 years, then I locked myself practically in my room, and I did a lot of study and research through books, and internet was always there to support me. And then luckily in that 2.5 years, I was always like somebody who would approach stars and just find from some film directory. I used to get their numbers, and I used to text them, that, sir, I love this movie and that movie, and I'm an upcoming numerologist and budding astrologer. Why don't you just come and meet me? And to my luck, most of them, they welcomed me with open arms. They used to meet me at their houses, their offices, their vanity vans, and then I used to make predictions at that point of time, and they just word spread like wildfire. And then here I was. I mean, I started meeting them in JW Marriott Hotel in Juhu, and I used to do that. I mean, quite frequently, I would say. About 25-27 days, I used to sit in coffee shops and conduct my meetings, like with general public also. So the security guard, one day they caught me and said that they complained to the main director of the hotel, that there is this guy who's coming day in, day out, and maybe he's sitting in one coffee shop corner, and then he just sits there for maybe 6 hours, 8 hours in a row, and the person opposite to him, usually they change after every 1 hour. So maybe he's using the space as an office, which technically we are not allowed, that we make a JW Marriott as our open office. So I met the director and just she just blasted me a lot that Bhavik, we have a CCTV camera also, and you have been caught. You are using JW Marriott as your office, and this is just not happening. I was literally shivering. I just told that, but ma'am, I'm paying all the bills and all of that. So I mean, if you see, I'm not sitting there for free. So no matter what, you are not supposed to use this premise as an office, because you are there and you are just keeping you are just changing the, I mean, your clients or customers, they keep on changing. We have also noticed that you remove certain gemstones from your bag, and then you are I mean, exchanging cash and all that. This is just not happening, and you're going to have a tough time. But then she told me, what exactly do you do, by the way? And I just told her that, ma'am, I'm an upcoming astrologer, and I do numbers and all of this. And so apparently she was having some issues with her mother-in-law. She just gave me her date of birth and told me that, okay, this is my birth date, tell me something about me. And I did some I had to do, there was no choice. I did some predictions then and there for her. I gave her a blue sapphire stone. I can't remember that day, but I candidly know that I gave her a stone, and within 15 days, maybe her problem with her mother-in-law, which was there since 15 years, I guess, got solved. And she just called me one day saying that, Bhavik, welcome aboard to JW Marriott. I'm going to give you an official space in the hotel. So JW Marriott officially became my office. I still sometimes do go there. And the people at who are the kind of people who are staying at the guests at the hotel, or people who are enrolling for the spa treatments, you will always see my brochure there, and they always promote me. So it became like a win-win situation for me, that they told me that, Naine, you have to now double and triple your fees, and we will do some kind of revenue sharing with you. And now we don't have to hide yourself and conduct your meetings. Now do it officially. So it's been such a fascinating thing that then I used to, I mean, call all my bigger superstars also there, and then they also felt कि हाँ ये बंदे का JW Marriott में office है, कुछ तो दम होगा. And then I used to meet even the common people there, and then just things went on to a different level. The publications, they started calling me. There were so many radio stations, they approached me. At that point of time, they were wanting experts who could speak on this subject, because it was relatively new. So maybe I feel I got lucky during that phase. It would have been much more difficult now to get into these media houses, and maybe, I mean, have your own TV show or a radio show. I've been very, very successful in getting these offers, which just literally fell on my lap, and I just took them up, and most of them proved to be extremely successful. I feel, I mean, besides hard work and the kind of honesty what you always put in your life, a certain amount of luck can make it so much sweeter. There are some people who deny the fact that nahi hum ye sab nahi mante hain, and like when a wife and a husband, they usually come to me. The husband would generally sit outside, or the wife would sit outside कि नहीं मेरे husband या मेरी wife नहीं मानती है. I do the predictions, and maybe 15 days down the line, the husband or the wife calls me separately. Yes, sir, I think I am seeing some changes in my wife or my husband, and then now I want to meet you separately, but just don't tell my wife or husband that I have come to you, because I have always established the fact that no, I don't believe in these things. तुमको जो करना है करो. So, I mean, and things have also started working very well for them. So I feel that God has been really kind, that of course, I mean, that we cannot, I mean, boast of 100% success ratio, whether it's doctors or the biggest of lawyers. At the end of the day, we are also human beings. I wouldn't say that we make mistakes as such, but sometimes things don't happen as per the client's expectations, and then they perhaps at certain times a tad bit disappointed. But I mean, we again open up their cases and do like a reconsultation for them. But beyond the point, we cannot do, because at the end of the day, we always figure out that those remedies which we had recommended, they had not taken care of those remedies. That's very, very important. Sometimes when you go to a doctor and a doctor would advise you a certain medicine, if you are not taking that medicine, and then you can't go and complain to the doctor कि you are a bad doctor, or maybe आपका दवाई काम नहीं करता. आपने दवाई लिया ही नहीं था. So there are certain, there are like certain times where we face these situations, but yeah, pretty much I feel I've been very, very lucky that the word of mouth and the feedback has been tremendous.
So Bhavik, your name typically has a double K.
Yeah.
Any particular reason that this happened after you reach the fame world, or before you reach the fame world? it was added?
I think I started. I mean, when I figured while during my whole course of kind of learning the whole ropes of numerology and all of that, I figured out that my own name was not in sync with my date of birth. So by just adding a double K to Bhavik and a double G to Sangvi, it vibrated on a very positive number, and that's how I started telling people that Bhavik has to be written with a double K and there is a double G in my surname. It used to raise eyebrows and people used to get very curious at that point of time. But now I guess it has become very normal and people have accepted this fact that, yeah, I mean, there are numerologists in this city and there are people who are guiding you with a certain name spelling change. Now they in fact inquire, कि आपने आपका नाम change किससे करवाया है? So I mean, trust me, that also works for us, because then they कि सर मुझे भी उनका number दीजिए. So it has become I mean a great thing, but we generally avoid changing the last name of a person because that's like a Shah or a Mehta or a Sangvi. Sometimes they are like there is a lot of sentimental and emotional value attached to your surnames. But if it's not happening, if some certain times a combination doesn't work, we have to recommend a surname spelling or rather a little bit of tampering there as well. People in fact often may make this mistake that sir, I'm sure ye to bahut aasan hoga. They consider like A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. Believe me, it is not so easy, guys. It's a very different table what we follow. So people tell us that sir, आपका तो calculation गलत है. हमने तो देखा ABCD में से देख के, तो Z तो 26 यानी कि 8 number होता होगा. It's a completely different table what we follow, and only then it is possible to make sure that your name and your birth date is vibrating on a certain lucky number. That eases your path for sure. But there are other remedies also which we do recommend in terms of looking at your chart. There could be certain doshas, there could be gemstones, there could be so many other upais which we recommend. So if somebody is just under that impression ki just change the name of your spelling and aapka good luck ho jayega, it's not gonna be that easy also. There is a whole lot of other kind of efforts which we put in, and that is what makes it much more interesting. Like if I would say if I was just a numerologist, which initially I was, then I took up astrology also, because somewhere down the line I felt that this is a very half-baked science. If anybody was born today, 13th of August, I would repeat and tell the client the same thing. If, for example, if I'm born on 13th of August and Jankana, you're all born on 13th of August, how can our destinies be the same? But being a numerologist, I had that limitation. And any numerologist would have this limitation that wo sabko ek hi cheez batayega. And certain point, after a point, I felt like, no, I think I'm just kind of repeating myself. And how can two people born on the same date have same destinies? So when I took up astrology also, I learned about the grahas and I learned about the Kundli dosh and all of that. And that just completely changed my perception. Now there are two people with the same date in the same place and even the same names come to me. Of course, this happens like once in a blue moon or something kind of a situation, and I tell them two completely different things. In the case of twins also, I'm able to predict it in a two different perspective, because sometimes we see if there is a twin sister or a twin like a boy, they both will have different careers and different paths, and one is like completely into fitness, the other is like completely a lazy bum. So how can two people just maybe they are born a few minutes apart, but then also the horoscope completely changes. So when I learned astrology, then I mixed it with numerology, because unfortunately in astrology also there are people who just, I mean, freak you out. They give you certain kind of advices. Then people have stopped believing in that. We don't want to consult somebody because he will put something negative in our heads, and then we will never be able to have a peaceful sleep for maybe months together. So I don't believe in that. I mean, age is by my side. I have a very modern and a very educated approach when it comes to these things. I tell people कि ये अगर issue है तो उसका remedy क्या है. Unless and until we are not able to predict the remedy for that, there is no point of just freaking out somebody, because that can have a very wrong impression in their minds also. They will literally abuse us, or maybe they will just never come back to us कि sir आपने क्या बोल दिया. So if there is a problem, we have a solution for that. So that is the most satisfactory thing for a client, that sir, you are just not leaving us on the lurch. We know that if there's a problem, you are there to solve us, and then you are also going to take a feedback from us Whether it might take 3 months or 6 months, it's a different thing. But we do ask our clients कि आपको फर्क पड़ा क्या? And luckily most of them are very, very responsive. उनका ही feedback आ जाता है कि सर इससे ये problem कितना solve हुआ, नहीं हुआ, ज़्यादा हो गया. So that is always very, very encouraging.
So we do have questions over here.
Yeah.
And one of the questions that is starting is, I think it's a very humorous touch to this, which says that where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Because you're a numerologist, you know it all. How do you predict your own self about your own things through your knowledge?
Yeah, that's a great that's a great question, I would say. But honestly, on a very, very serious note, I would say that I do not see my own chart on a day-to-day basis or even on a regular basis, because people do tend to feel that आपको तो सर क्या life में problem होगा, you must be knowing your own chart, आज का दिन कैसा जाएगा. It's not so easy. We are here to serve people. We are into this profession, although we charge money and we are doing it professionally for sure. But I never get into these things. Of course, we have a certain chart and we have a certain plan in mind. Luckily, we are the experts ourselves, so we definitely see that आपका कौन सा phase चलने वाला है. And I could easily see that. I mean, if you ask me on a very personal note, I know my one of my biggest Mahadasha is gonna come in 2022, which is just next year. So I mean, my longest Mahadasha of my life is just about to get over, which gave me a lot of struggle, but also gave me success at the end of it. But now that the best phase, touchwood, with the blessings of the Almighty and all of you people, I feel the best is yet to come. So 10 years down the line, when I will be in the peak of that Mahadasha, I can just see myself at a much more better position and just trying to help more and more people out. Out who are in trouble. That's the ultimate goal.
Well said, well said. So Bhavik, I'm just going to read out one chat message that has been put out by our charter president. And he says that Rotary Club of Bombay Bayview, when it was at the inception, they were just discussing the name for our club. And it seems there was a numerologist in the early years that said that our club will see a lot of ups and downs, but it will always be growing as a very successful club. Correct. And therefore this name was, so Jayesh, he's just put up this trivia. That's our charter president. What is your take on this? I would say Bayview. We are not asking you individual prediction, but what do you predict for our Bayview club? At least that you can give it to us.
Yeah, see, this is again
without GPay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but see, Jankana, this is a very interesting question. I think the entire name has to be a Rotary Club of Bombay Bayview and not only Bayview. This is a similar problem we face during car numbers also, that people tell us that, sir, mera car number 1, 2, 3, 4 hai. So 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, and again then you add up number 4, so which is number 1. ऐसा नहीं होता है. We always consider the values of M and H also. Then there is a 0, 1 or 0, 2 depending on like the city and the state. Then we also have a middle alphabet also. Sometimes there is single alphabet, sometimes there is a double alphabet. And then there is the main registration number. So when it comes to just Bayview, I can never consider only Bayview, because Bayview is not the name. I will have to do, of course, that takes much more time also in calculation. I will have to consider Rotary Club of Bombay Bayview. And if I feel, of course, I will tell you, on a 1-to-1 equation, Jankana, that maybe just adding or subtracting an alphabet can maybe take it to another level. Why not? But just considering Bayview is the wrong way of doing that.
Fair enough. So yes, we will take this up offline, sure. And we will definitely consult you for this particular thing. Sure. I would like to open the floor for anyone to also ask questions directly, if they would please. As there's one more question that's there in the chat box, although Rupali Shah has asked is what makes a good numerologist, and what do you think are the weaknesses of an astrology position basically?
See, it is just that being a numerologist, we always have this knack of adding numbers, and we just look into numbers sometimes way beyond a certain point. That is something which can be bothering to others and bothering to the people whom we know, because they will always feel that, sometimes we can get really worked up if we do not get the kind of lucky number. Suppose if I have a lucky number 6, for example, and I insist while maybe checking in a hotel, or maybe maybe during my traveling dates or my seat numbers, that it has to be on a certain number only. Sometimes it is possible, sometimes it is not possible. So then that thing, I mean, becomes like a bit of a pain that, oh, I did not get my lucky number, and then perhaps maybe it would not turn out to be that lucky. But otherwise, I do not overdo myself. That is something which I've learned over the years. Sometimes we always welcome things to happen organically in our own lives, and not getting into too much worked up about this whole concept. We try and see, we always insist, we request for a certain number. If it doesn't work out, if it doesn't, it's not available, then we just take it with a pinch of salt sometimes.
Perfect. There is another question that has just come, which says, which number is a good combination for number 9? And you've spoken about numbers. I'm just combining these two questions. How about alphabets? You've spoken about numbers, but what about alphabets? So this is from Tevina and
numerology. Yeah, sure. I'll take this up. Like in numerology, every alphabet has been assigned a certain number. That's exactly I was discussing before 5-10 minutes, that it is not as easy as A1, B2, C3, D4, because it's a different calculation. The founder of numerology, Mr. Kiro, he's basically, his origins is from a foreign land, and it's been said that he completed his thesis in India. So a lot of people believe that numerology could be a Western concept, but it's not entirely true. It is something which has got its roots in India as well. And that is where I have noticed that it's working in people's lives. There is a different kind of Western astrology and Western numerology, what they follow. And for them, it is very easy, like how we don't practice out here, A1, B2, C3, D4. That's not going to work. But in the UK or the US, sometimes they just go with that general calculation, and then it becomes very easy for them to calculate for their own selves. But I mean, I'm not too sure about the success ratio of those who consider it like that way so easy. So sometimes people surprise us that how do they manage themselves? Ki sir, humko table pata hai, and we will do it ourselves. But it is always and always recommended that you take an expert's advice, even if you want to do it on your own.
Right. As you rightly said, you shouldn't be prescribing yourself medication. You shouldn't be doing this as a prescribed self, getting yourself better. If you need help, you need help.
Correct.
So moving further, we do have, okay. So there is one more question that has come from Darshan Mehta, and it says that why do people actually get horoscopes met when it is marriage time? Why do you match horoscopes? What if it is a love marriage?
Yeah, I agree. Most people, in fact, people still do believe that it is very, very important, and I would endorse it completely, because I have seen that when the horoscopes or when the numbers, they don't meet, eventually they will have their fair share of trouble, and the marriage might not even last. So if there is something like completely a bad match, we can always fix up things beforehand. Like prevention is always better than cure. It's always, I mean, even during in the medical profession, we can't be just ignoring a certain pain. It could be something much more dangerous and dreadful also to our lives. So sometimes it's just about taking a chance, and just about sometimes when we say that, the horoscopes are matching, the kind of smiles on their faces is also phenomenal, because of course they are in love, and maybe even during arranged marriages, people are not too sure whether ki humko aage badhna chahiye ki nahi. To seek clarity, when we just, check their astro charts, when we see their numerology, if there is certain problem which we can be fixed beforehand, now that is much more better than maybe you enter into marriage and after 1, 2 or 5 years you face certain problem, and then the astrologer will say ki हाँ मुझे तो पता था, आप लोगों को पहले दिखाना चाहिए था, and then that sense of regret, that when the wife or the husband would say, sir मैंने उनको बोला था दिखाने के लिए, but he never believed in it and he stopped me also. So I think it's very, very important that we show it, because at the end of the day, it's all in all fairness. It is better to be safe than sorry, like how we say.
I have a question, please.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
How do charts and predictions and certain things that you look at change ever, or are they permanent?
Yeah, that's interesting question, Zamir. I would say change is a very big word. but alteration can be done. Like suppose if, I mean, we always give these kind of examples कि अगर आप रास्ते में जा रहे हो and if you're gonna fall down a certain manhole or something, we will not be able to stop that. We are not gods, but somewhere down the line I can definitely tell a client, I mean, you have to go slow, you're just going too fast, and then there could be a hiccup, there could be a problem which you might face. Why don't you take a left and then take, I mean, a route ahead? And trust me, that is the best and the closest what we can get. The person who's absolutely going haywire, doesn't know that where is he heading, or maybe he's just running too fast in life. These kind of predictions, they do help them to take a certain path, whether it's a long cut, no matter what. They do come to us with certain questions कि sir आप क्या उसको बदल सकते हो या change कर सकते हो? No, we are nobody, or no astrologer on this world can change certain things from happening. But definitely if we are being told in a certain positive direction that by doing this maybe आपके लिए अच्छा होगा, and if he listens to that advice, it's only better for him. So rather I would say it can work like a damage control thing more than anything else. Okay. Which it itself can save you maybe like a lot of stress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So there's one more question, and pertaining to the day, I would say it's Friday the 13th, and it is believed that 13 is not a very lucky number.
Correct.
So is it a myth or is it real?
No, I will consider that a myth, and we also spoke about this topic, Jankna, offline, that I purposely chose when I was offered to select a date amongst like 2-3 options what you gave me, because this is the reason I chose Friday the 13th, because it's considered to be like a devil's number. People freak out by just hearing these terms, and 666 being like Bhoot ka number. I even had my book launch on Friday the 13th, and even the media questioned me at that point of time. But sometimes it's a matter of intrigue that, no, I mean, how can it, it's a more of a Western concept, we feel, nothing to do with, I mean, our astrology. We consider every number is good. And there are certain days which we avoid, but depending on your own chart, I mean, sometimes we even feel that us din amas hai ya grahan hai, you shouldn't be doing certain things. But in a certain person's chart, if we feel that that could be the best possible day, we tell them to just go ahead and do it. So we are not the ones who will, I mean, go by these general fears and generalizations. We are here to break also certain myths.
So well said. So I don't think so people are now going to be scared of number 13 or Friday the 13th, except for the movie that they watch and really get scared about.
Yeah.
So yes, there's one more question, and which says that, do you face any challenges? It is coming from Rupali, and she says, professionally, how challenging would it be? Maybe sometimes you've predicted something for someone and it's not really, as you rightly said, they've probably not taken the prescription well. How
Correct.
does that challenge come your way, and how do you handle
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. Sometimes people do tell us that, sir, आपको तो life में क्या कोई problem होती होगी? I mean, you are the expert yourself. Your life would be like completely without any hiccups or something. Of course, we do. I mean, we do have our bad times. I mean, bad days, and we are like overworked. That is the only sometimes the thing which we face, and not able to give time to your health and your personal life for that matter. But otherwise, I feel, I mean, most of the people, if you are in your right elements, and if you're doing the right predictions, and if they do the right follow-up, there is hardly a possibility where they would not get results. The only thing that other person shouldn't be too ambitious. We never tell them कि आप ये अंगूठी पहनो, आप ये उपाय करो, and then tomorrow you will get a call from कौन बनेगा करोड़पति, and then you will be on the chair and you will be winning crores of rupees, or just now you're wearing this ring, go and buy a lottery, and then you will be the richest person ever. I mean, these are all marketing gimmicks. We do not endorse, or we do not believe in these things. At the end of the day, we give them a certain time frame. We tell them these are the issues which you're going to face. These are the remedies. If you can afford it, I mean, we can do it all. If you cannot, let's go step by step. There is no hurry to start everything at one go. So again, I mean, if you come to us, then please come with a very positive mindset, because having certain doubts and negativity from the very beginning, itself is dissolving the whole purpose.
So yes, one has to follow as you rightly said, one has to go by what is mentioned and continue to do
Correct.
that slowly, and
Yeah.
gradually things will change for everyone.
Yeah.
So under we've mentioned that you have really assisted clients like Shushmita Sen, Hrithik Roshan. There's Sanjay Leela Bhansali, Varun Dhawan, and in the younger lot there is also Tiger Shroff, Shruti Hassan, John Abraham, Rajkumar Rao, Farhan Akhtar, Manoj Bajpayee. Just these are just a few, because there's a lot of etc. after that I read. Now,
Right.
how do you deal with this? I'm sure there's a lot of temper tantrum when it comes to these Bollywood stars. So how do you really deal with them? Because you can't really tell them if the facts about certain things. So how do you deal with that? How do you tell them the facts on their face?
That's very interesting question, Sankana, but this is what they call us for. If I'm gonna just be telling them, I mean, the best part is now most people, I mean, many of the names what you mentioned, they consult me from the very beginning of a certain project. Some of people who, I mean, approach us towards the middle of the project or towards the end of the project, they, of course, then we do the possible corrections, whether it's the film title or the release date or anything on those lines. But we have to be honest. They are not here to expecting us to say sweet things. Of course, we have to praise them a lot and all of that. But at the end of the day, we have to tell them कि ये उपाय अगर आप नहीं करेंगे, but in that case, the fate of the movie or certain venture what they are doing is not going to be that good. So they accept it with a lot of positivity. And that is why they call us, because I mean chamche to unko bahut mil jayenge. They know that at the end of the day, when we are calling Mr. Sanghvi, then it is for a certain purpose. If by default, if the project or if the title or a certain work what they're doing, it's all falling in place, then they have our blessings and it's all good to go. But most of them, when they are stuck, they come to us, or even otherwise just to be doubly cautious, because the kind of investments what they make, like it runs into crores of rupees. I'm sure every one of us knows about it. It is always better that they consult somebody at the very beginning. So by the end of the project, they see that, yeah, things are just falling in place. But yeah, we don't have to, luckily, pamper their egos and be extra sweet, because they call us for a certain purpose, for a certain reason. And luckily, age, like I said, is on my side. We are more like friends, more than an astrologer or a client or somebody who's just an expert and just a superstar. For them, they are like literally at their vulnerable best. They literally sit on the floor sometimes and tell me that, they might be not even well dressed and all of that, that Bhavik, this is the real me. So what the people and the media, they perceive us as something else. With you, we can be ourselves and we can open our hearts out, whether they're personal affairs or some controversies. And we generally know a lot many things than anybody would even come to know. So sometimes they even share us that, sir, ये मैंने अपने parents को भी नहीं बताया, ये मैंने अपनी boyfriend का girlfriend को नहीं बताया. That sometimes it makes us feel very special that he's opening out, and he himself or she herself is at a very, very high position in their own life. And if they are just opening up to us, that means a lot to us. So we feel touched.
So yes, so I think they do show the real self, and their real self is as vulnerable as most of us at many times in our lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
Heroes in real life are obviously different. The mirror image is always different. There's one more question here from Jitin Sanghvi, which says that, yes, Bollywood definitely does consult a lot of astrology, numerology, and go by that. But do you have any idea of a Hollywood production? Because we feel Western people don't really consult a numerologist for success. Do you think they do?
They do.
Or do you have any idea if somebody's come to you from there?
Yeah, absolutely. I've had so many clients coming from overseas, and also they do consult us. Yes, of course, they might not be doing in your face, and letting the world know about it, but they're definitely superstitious. Like if you go to a place like the US, which I'm sure most of us must have visited, they have a lot of crystal gazers, and there are a lot of tarot card readers who are, overoccupied. So now where does that all come from if there were no people who were believing in it? So yes, it's a very, very big market. And then not only Hollywood, I would say even the white people in general, I mean, they do believe, they also have a certain fear about certain things in life. And that is where maybe I have clients from all across the world. So it's not been, sometimes we see that people do put our country down, that India is a country of superstitions and beliefs and insecurities. But the biggest of nations and the biggest of countries, they always have certain doubts in their head, and there is always an expert, I mean, in their life whom they consult. So yes, it is very much prevalent there also. They might not be maybe as speaking or vocal about it like how we do in general, but yes, they do have an expert every time. They might have a different way of looking at it. They might consult maybe a crystal gazer, or somebody is into tarot card reading and all that. They have a different mediums. They have a different, I would say, branch of astrology or knowing the future. But this, they are believing into these things.
Yes, it's anyone, anywhere, everywhere would be wanting to know a
Yeah,
little
and the
bit
best
of
part is
future.
that when I interact with them, they are like so much curious, and they are so much fascinated by the entire thing. They do not run it down. No, I'm not into these things. They are very, very open. Yeah, they might not be very open to wearing rings and maybe sometimes giving them and selling them products. But yes, definitely they are curious to know about the future for sure.
Yes, so that is maybe small, big, or the who's who. Everyone wants to know a little bit of future and take that with them to understand how they can better their future.
Exactly.
So any more questions for the evening? So yeah, a member is just thanking for this wonderful, understanding of the world that you have been, having the great knowledge about. So may I now welcome Manisha Shah. Manisha, may you please give the vote of thanks to our lovely speaker who has really given us a lot of knowledge about the topic today.
What a fantastic evening this has been, and so engrossing as well. It's
Thank you so
wonderful
much.
to hear from such a young achiever who has mastered it with numbers, gems, and so much more. A very sincere thank you, Bhavik Sanghvi, for sharing all this super information and your time with Bayview. Thank you, Rotarian Sanjay and Anuja Shah, for introducing us to such a wonderful speaker. Thank you, and have a great Independence weekend.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I really feel, I really thank all of you people for listening me out. I'm sure if there are any doubts or any queries, you can always come back to me. And I think it was a very well spent evening for me as well.
Thank you so very much, Bhavik, for spending this lovely evening with us. It was absolutely a privilege for us to have the knowledge from your side. It really made everyone a little more knowing how it really works, the future really works. So thank you so very much. Now, may I please invite Pooja for making her secretarial announcements?
Yeah, thank you, Jankanna. I also want to say 2 lines. खुद में ही उलझी हुई है, मुझे क्या सुलझाएंगी, भला हाथों की चंद लकीरें भी क्या किस्मत बनाएंगी. थैंक यू भाविक, आपने आज बताया कि किस्मत हमारे हाथों की लकीरों में नहीं होती, बल्कि हमारे हाथ में होती है, और किस तरह चंद हरफों और आंकड़ों के हेरफेर की ताकत का आपने एहसास हमें करवाया, और साथ ही अपनी खुद के लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस हमसे शेयर किया. और आई एम श्योर हम में से कई लोगों का नजरिया हमारी किस्मत और तकदीर के बारे में जरूर बदल गया होगा. एंड आई एम सो overwhelmed to announce that we did it again. We had a whooping number of logins, above 100, with participation of members and spouse together.
Thank you so much. I'm feeling so honored.
Yeah. I also request that please keep up your enthusiasm, all the members and spouse who are there, for the coming events. We request you to participate in big numbers in the Independence Day events, which are coming up on 14th and 15th August, medical camp, flag hoisting, Khel Khel Mein Center ka inauguration. And of course, as Jankanna announced, we are soon going to have in-person fellowship coming up on 29th. I'm so excited about it. And of course, other interesting speaker meetings which are lined up for the coming days. And also on the behalf of the entire club, I want to wish all the members and spouse who have their birthdays and anniversaries in the month of August, best of wish to all of you. And again, I urge, make your day, special day, more special by contributing to our own Sunshine Collection. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pooja. That was really a very sweet way of getting the closure to this evening. So the meeting is adjourned for the day. Thank you. We can all unmute ourselves and speak. Bhavik, it was really a very interesting topic.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Members, we can talk. May I have everyone's videos on, please?
Rupali's on mute. She was saying something.
Anish, hi. Can I see your faces? Hi, Girish.
पेरिस के लिए मलक को तैयार किया जाए.
Hi, Kanan.
Hi, Jankna. Hi, everybody.
Hi. Hi, Pradeep. Hi, Jitin.
Hi, Rupali. How are you?
Hi, Pooja.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Darshan.
Prashant.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Hi, Tejan.
Nice, good meeting today. Enjoyed.
Enjoyed. Yes.